Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Immersing yourself in all things soccer ahead of this summer's World Cup, I'm Alex Abnos, Senior Sports Editor from The Guardian. And whether you're a soccer beginner or you know the game inside and out, we've got you covered. Read, watch, and listen as our journalists connect the dots between the games, the cultures, and this political moment. We'll have daily newsletters throughout the tournament, reporters on the ground with all the big teams, and the legendary Football Weekly podcast. The Guardian, bringing you the whole picture on soccer. Search Guardian Soccer for more.
Big news! Boost Mobile is now sending experts nationwide to deliver and set up customers' new phones at home or work.
Wait, we're going on tour?
Not a tour. We're delivering and setting up customers' phones so it's easier to upgrade.
Let's get in the tour bus and hit the road.
No, not a tour bus. It's a regular car we use to deliver and set up customers' phones at home or work.
Are you a groupie on this tour?
We deliver and set up phones. It's not a tour.
Oh, you're definitely a groupie.
Introducing Store to Door. Switch and get a new device with expert setup and delivery wherever you're at.
Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com.
OnDeck is built to back small businesses like yours. Whether you're buying equipment, expanding your team, or bridging cash flow gaps, OnDeck's loans up to $400,000 help make it happen fast. Rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau and earning thousands of 5-star Trustpilot reviews, OnDeck delivers funding you can count on. Apply in minutes at OnDeck.com. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Good evening, everyone. It's Monday night. It's been 2 Mondays, and welcome back to the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by AMG Logistics, with myself, Paul Hipkiss, Mr. Clarkson Stroke Fixer Craig Courtney.
Good evening, everybody.
Mr. Roadmark Adams.
Good evening, everybody.
For the first time on the show at 50 years old.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you was about to say Tally then at the end of it. I mean,
I know, yeah.
I
was going to say, surely Tally's
I'm talking about age, not number of pairs of trainers you've got.
It looks all right to me.
You haven't gone high enough if that's the case.
That's why it's called Tally.
Mr. Tally Jones.
Hello.
The one and only Claire Wheeldon.
Good evening.
And our main producer, after a few issues, apologies for that, Mr. Chris Browne.
Good evening and apologies.
So 2 weeks have passed, obviously, since the excellent show a couple of weeks ago that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I hope everybody else did with League Camp. I hope everyone's had a good Easter as well. So since then, obviously, we've played 3 games. We played at Blackburn at home, which I don't really want to dwell on for too long, if I'm honest. Probably one to forget anyway. The following Monday, then we played Ipswich away. 7 changes were made to the team, and lo and behold, we put in a much better performance and were robbed of a point, scoring a perfectly good goal where the ball was still in. And obviously, we think the poll today, Chris, isn't it? Following that decision, would you like VAR in the Championship or not? Yes or no is the poll, isn't it? So get your votes in, and we'll count them up at the end, and we'll produce the results at the end of the show if we can, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then obviously, last but by no means least, yesterday afternoon, lovely day for St Andrews and a lovely result, great 2-0 win. Something like the same team that we picked at Ipswich again, and lo and behold, again, we put in a good performance. So for me, it's mixed emotions. Rob, I'll start with you being your birthday and all that. I think I've got mixed emotions. I'm delighted to see us win 2-0 yesterday, but I just got that little bit too little too late about me. And it's kind of like, we saw this at Norwich away, something like the team that we produced yesterday, and we were brilliant in the first half. We win that game, something like that again against Leeds at home in the FA Cup. And again, for me, the spine of the team, Neumann, Solis, Priska, and with the class of Vicente down the right as well, it just gives us a completely different dynamic to the team, doesn't it, to what we've had before. When you look at the 11 that started the game at Derby, for example, and Charlton away, it's like, isn't it, by comparison?
Yeah, like I say, Vicente, I think is absolute class. It's been atrocious watching him sort of rot on the bench most weeks. And Wagner, for me, is player of the season. I know he only came in January, but he's just set a benchmark, hasn't he? I like the way with them two, they stretch the game, which I really like. We just look so predictable without them two. People like Cochrane now, they're going to have a hell of a fight to have to, get their place back off him. Yeah. Going back to quickly, like you say, Paul, we don't really talk about Blackburn too much. That was one of the worst games in recent years. It was up there, well, I should say up there, but it was down there with anything that Rooney came up with. It was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm not been his biggest fan, as we all know, but Beadle, that double save that he produced, especially the rebound, that second save was just one of the best I've seen for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite telling because the last few games, the last 5-6 games, we haven't sort of focused on Beadle as much and his sort of mistakes, which is quite telling, really. I think there are signs of improvement. Whether he's good enough for a top 6 championship keeper, I still don't think he is, if I'm being perfectly honest. But yeah, yesterday it was just nice to get the win in the sunshine. But like I say, we've had so many false dawns this season. I mean, Coventry's another one. We thought we'd beat Coventry and go on a roll. But it's just too many false dawns. And it is, I'm like you, Paul, it's too little too late for me.
Yeah.
I still think hand on heart we need a change. I'd make a change in May. I just think the current management setup, I don't think it's capable of taking us any further than where we are. I mean, let's be honest, the team that came up last season probably could have finished where we are now. It doesn't look like a squad that's had so much money invested in it. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to play without the handbrake. It's nice to enjoy a game. Nice not to be felt like a chore the last few weeks. But yeah, let's see what happens the last few games. But I do think it's the last roll of the dice for Chris Davis, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Tally, give us your thoughts, mate. I know you was at Ipswich, weren't you? And obviously we were all at the Blackburn and Wrexham games.
Yeah, a bit like yourself. With regards to Blackburn, it's the same old, wasn't it, with Blackburn?
Yeah.
But Ipswich, yes, the changes were there, and we thought, here we go. And you know what? I was massively impressed. I really was. I'm not one of these people that go, brilliant, cheer them on. We almost did this, we almost did that, but we still lost. But it was good to see us all clap them off the pitch as well, because they all worked hard. Every single one of them walked off that pitch absolutely knackered. So, and that's what we've been asking for, a performance. Yeah, we were robbed, that goal, but we haven't had many decisions go our way this season. So there's no change there. But yesterday, I'm going to say, you know what? I don't think he's had his 11.
No.
I'm not defending now. All I'm saying is I don't think he's had that 11 available, or he's only had him available a couple of times. And it just shows with them players on that pitch, we didn't allow Wrexham to play. Simple as. They looked like a total different team, whether they were shocked from the midweek drumming from Southampton, but we looked a really good team. But I know what you're saying, Paul, as regards to too little, too late. But do you know what? Let's go out with a bang now. Let's keep it on a roll. We got Hull on Saturday. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens.
I do have a funny feeling, whether it's right or wrong here, that they will give him enough credit in the bank to take him through to the summer and then start a next season. And I do think they'll assess it around Christmas time. That's just I'm not saying that's what I think they should. I'm not saying that's what I think they should do, but I think that's what they will do.
I think there's more than just the manager that needs adjusting. I think there's a lot more around the backroom staff. Some decisions that have been made with contracts or what we believe the contracts are with some of the players. We'll see some changes, as he said, 6 out, 6 in. I don't know whether yourself could pick the 6, but I can see there's going to be a few going out that we're probably promised Premier League football, but we're not going to give it them this next season. And I'll give him a chance. I would. It's not it's not everyone's opinion, but I think I would.
I think we've seen Vicente, Prisca, Solis, and Neumann on the bench for long periods of time now. I will say that, and that in my opinion, when they're sat watching, especially Neumann, and you can't argue with Vicente as much because Roberts is good as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But I would personally like to see Vicente, Roberts, and Osman as a 3 behind Prisca as well. But I do think Stansfield is much better when he's got Prisca with him than when he is with Dutch. And that's just because he's a lot more mobile. It gives us a completely different dimension going forwards, and he runs the channels, and his work rate, he's second to none, isn't it? And he's pretty good in the air as well. Mm-hmm. So it just gives us a completely different threat. And then when you've got Neumann and Solis in the spine of the team as well, we're a lot stronger, aren't we, Claire? And then you've got partnerships as well, Claire, going on over the pitch. You've got, obviously, Wagner and Osman on the left. You've got Neumann and Clara. You've got Prisca and Stansfield. You've got, Brighter Samuel and Vicente on the right, who link up well. They're linked up well together at Norwich. I think it just works so well, and I wish we'd have started doing it regularly about 15 games ago.
Yeah, I think I agree with Rove, to be honest. I think it's a little bit too late. Blackburn, do you know what? Didn't surprise me. I think it was similar to an away performance, and the home fans saw an away performance. So when we were going to Ipswich, we weren't expecting a lot, were we, Tally, to be fair? We were a little bit nervous, but we came out fighting. I thought first half we were a little bit ropey, but again, Vicente showed his class, showed some quality. He's finally playing some football. The team looked a bit more balanced. Hal Newman has not been our centre-back pairing with Clara when every single time they played together, they're the best centre-back partnership. Baffles me again. Me too. He came out and said, Iwata's a right-back. He's played the last 2 games in centre-mid. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But I thought when Laird and Osman came on for the Ipswich game, completely changed it. Solis was running with the ball, and I was like, this is excellent. Everyone was passing forwards, and all of a sudden we lost the game. We should have drawn it because obviously, the goal should have stood, but we actually were a threat. We actually went for it a little bit, and I don't normally do this, but I clapped at the end because I thought, fair play. I'm not going normally. It's a away game, so normally we just go. And then against Wrexham, he did adapt it. But again, you're playing with 11 players because Duck's not on the pitch. One massive difference, it was going forward. Neumann at the back is just such a good player. He literally had Kiefer Moore in his pocket. And again, the team was very similar. We played the same team, a similar team twice. Osman is getting better every game, just needs to work on his final ball. Prisky's winning balls in the air. He won 10 headers against Wrexham. And playing with that big man up top, him and Stano's got the energy as well. But I think it's too little too late for me. I think, and it's more frustrating and annoying that we haven't seen this. If we saw this against Millwall and then built on it, because everyone at the top is having a wobble. Middlesbrough having a wobble, Hull's having a wobble, and you're looking at it and thinking, if only we were just there. Literally just there. But instead, we dropped down to our favourite position, 17th. And then now we've gone up to 14th. And yes, I know that there's not many points between, the top and the bottom, but it's just such a shame that we couldn't have had these players playing. Obviously, I would have preferred Laird to play, but fair play to Bright. He had a decent game. He had the most touches. And I think that they were, they settled against Wrexham. Wrexham, I don't know how they're up there, to be honest. But he's tactically slightly changed it, which is great. But why haven't you done that previously? And I don't know whether it's coming from above. I don't know whether he's seen the light. I don't know. But I do agree with you, Paul. Finally, that you can see some partnerships. You can see some, like Bright. There's a video on X the other day, yesterday, and Bright's got the ball, and Chris Davis is still tending to pass backwards, but actually he passes forwards.
They just ignored him.
So he just ignored him. So I still think it's too little too late, but I respect everyone's opinion if you still want him in.
That wasn't my opinion, by the way. I just said that's what I think they'll do.
I'm just saying just in general, because I think the fan base is very split at the moment. And the thing is, this is still the first win in 9. Just remember that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think that's what's frustrating so much is that we've all seen in these players, when he has picked them in however many games ago it was, against Norwich, against Leeds, that they can do it. The team's got a bit of everything. I mean, that challenge Solis put in and got booked. I know he got booked, but I'd love to see that in the team.
How he got booked and that player never got... He kicked Wagner in the head. Never got a booking prior to that.
The ref was a shambles.
I was just about to say, Paul, the ref was awful yesterday. It was dreadful.
But the team's got a bit of everything. That 11 that went out yesterday has got a bit of flair. It's got a bit of pace. It's got work rate. It's got strength. It's got everything for me. And it looks like if we'd have started that 11, I know you can't pick the same players every single game, but if we'd have kept the foundations of that team as much as we could, I honestly believe we'd be a lot higher up than we are now. Don't you agree with that, Craig?
I totally agree. I think the thing for me is what you've got is players playing in their natural positions. which, how many times have we said it? It's not rocket science. Play a player where they feel confident, and you're going to get the best out of them. And that's what we saw yesterday. And we had Ipswich worried, especially in the second half. It was all Birmingham, and you'd look at it thinking, which team was fighting for that top two position, and the goal that never was, that should have been, that's an absolute disgrace. We talk about refereeing, we talk about obviously the polls out there about VAR at the moment, but actually the referees, they've got to be educated more. It's, VAR is only as good as the person that's sitting behind the screen giving a decision. So what it means for us is you could have had it and that person still could have got it wrong, still could have overruled it and said everything else. So to me, what the game actually needs is referees that are educated, that are not dropped out of a league because they poor performance. A Premier League referee has a bad game. What happens? They get dropped down to the Championship or Division 1, right? What difference does that make? If I perform badly in my job, what happens? I lose my job. So it's about people learning. And for me, what is desperately, desperately needed is firstly a set of rules that everybody can bloody understand. Because let's face it, every single season we start, we've got a new rule which nobody understands, which puts more pressure on the people that are running the lines, that are running the centre of the game in terms of the referee. So cut out all the crap, make it nice and basic, get it back to being football. And you know what? There's no harm if somebody gets kicked up in the air. If somebody does it with malice, that's different. But if you're going in for a tackle and somebody goes up in the air, great, gets the fans going, gets people behind them. Let the game flow, let people get involved, and then things will change. What we saw yesterday was just incredible for me in the, Tally's just mentioned it. You see a player that's kicked in the head and the referee says, no, just don't do that again. A Birmingham player goes in, puts in a hard tackle, and he's given a yellow card. And it's like, the inconsistency is incredible.
With that ref in 8 goes. So
and this is the thing, you see. You get to that point now where you look at a referee coming into the game and you're going, are we going to get a result? Are we going to see anything here? What's going to happen? And I tell you what, the bookies probably would have had a field day in terms of, right, we'll just go and book a Birmingham player. Let's have bets on that, because you could see it. You know what I mean? You could see it coming, or the decisions not going our way, because, him and the linesman, I mean, Jesus, that lino on the far side, I just don't get the decisions that were being given. There were 3 blatant ones where the player was, a ball was off a player Wrexham side, and then all of a sudden it's a Wrexham throw. And then, when our players became frustrated, the one thing I will say is, I thought we began to see even more out of them and the better side of them. Vicente was so frustrated in the first half of the game. Then in the second half, he was incredible. He was unplayable. He was man of the match yesterday. Sky obviously gave it in, but I don't think there'll be many people that would turn down saying he was man of the match. But partly that, for me, was getting fired up because things weren't going his way. Now, that's a Birmingham thing. That's actually what we've been missing, that bit of fight and that bit of growl that's in the team. Yeah. We've seen it at Ipswich. We've seen the, dare I say, nasty side of our team.
Yeah.
We saw it again. We bullied Wrexham. Right? They were nothing yesterday. I totally agree. How they're there and thereabouts is on pure luck for me. Because that side, that was nothing. That was a mediocre Championship side. But look, we've got a good result yesterday. We've got to build on that now. It's too late for the season in terms of the playoffs, but I think we all said at the start of the year, mid-table mediocrity, and actually, you'd be happy. And that's where we're going to end up being. And so for me, it's now build on next year. I agree totally. Play Priska, play these fringe players that need the experience in the league, because pre-season means nothing. We all know it. So play them now, bed them in, get them used to it. Then in pre-season, work with them to make sure that we start the season flying. Because I see something in Priska.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to see now more around why he's been bought. And I think it's right. He hasn't got that physical presence. He's not going to be that person that's going to go and knock over a defender. But what he is a nuisance. And his spring is just incredible. I'm telling you, I'd love to know what's in his boots and what his parents have brought him up on, because my God, he can get off the ground so easy. And I think once he gets a goal, we're going to see a bit of a run from that kid.
Yeah.
And also, what becomes more apparent now than ever is why he's there, and that's that he is a nuisance player. He is, and I think he can form a wicked partnership with Stansfield, because he is a workhorse. Stano may not be scoring goals, but my God, he's still putting in performances. So bring it on. You know what I mean? Bed him in, give him the rest of the season. The loan players, for me, unless we're now going to sign those players at the end of the season, I don't think we should play them. I honestly don't think we should play them, just because it gives our own players an opportunity to forge a spot for next year. Because who knows what's going to happen at the end of the season? Is Davies going to stay? Is Davies going to go? Nobody actually knows. And I think if performances continue the way that they did against Ipswich and the way we played then against Wrexham, then actually people might say, well, yeah, like you said, Paul, do we give him until Christmas? We just don't know. But I just want us to continue. I want us to play and fight. You know, again, if we'd have been in this position in the league throughout the season, but we've been trying and we just hadn't got the results, I don't think as much of us would be as frustrated as what we actually are. And you know what? I still see the infighting between fans. It's ridiculous. I just think maybe the expectations of some was way too high.
It was the performances, though. That's the thing. So again, Blackburn was horrendous, but it wasn't as close as Watford away, Sheffield United away. So can you imagine how bad that was? Yeah. Then you have a good performance against Ipswich. So we appreciate a good performance. We appreciate fight. We appreciate that, you actually went for it. You had a go. Then, we then play Wrexham, and again, the performance is better. So we showed the appreciation, and then you get results, and then you get the fans behind you. But again, it's 1 win in 9. Wrexham weren't good. They weren't good. And we've got Hull coming up away, who are flying. You've got
I know they've slipped up a few times recently.
Pardon?
Hull have slipped up a bit like
they're starting to, but they're still in the playoff push, so they've got to win. You've got Preston, Bristol City, and then Portsmouth. Portsmouth is going to be a massive game for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I just think, it was the performances, which I think is why the fans are frustrated. It's the performances that link. Do you know what? If you play badly and you win, you kind of go, okay, but we're playing badly and losing and going sideways.
And not even having a shot.
Yeah, so at least we had 8 shots on target. I couldn't believe it. Every time the ball, I was like, whoa, this is different. Yeah. But Wagner made the difference for me. Yeah, and if you've got Wagner playing, you've got a chance. And he actually, again, he got the ball 25 yards out, and instead of passing it, he crossed it. And look what happened. Vicente back post.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think he was near enough where he did it with Duck the first game against Cov.
Yeah.
However, at Charlton, he was passing it sideways. So something has been said or something has changed, because the last 2 games, it's like watching a different team.
Yeah, you've just got to let your players express themselves and play to the best of their abilities. And, you'll find that then if you do that, they'll go out and enjoy the game and you'll get more positive results.
They looked like they enjoyed themselves, didn't they, yesterday? You can see that the celebrations and the goals.
Yeah.
It meant a lot.
Yeah. Now, Craig, with your involvement with the OSC, there was some sad news the other day, wasn't there? The assistant of the UAE OSC, Steve McAteer, sadly passed away, didn't he?
Indeed, and I think we've said it across the messages and the boards and stuff anyhow, but huge condolences to all of the family. He was such an involved guy in terms of what he did, and he wasn't just about the OSC. He was just a Birmingham fan through and through, and you know, a very also established businessman in terms of what he did. But the thing was, he may have moved away from home, but he was still a Blue, and he brought a lot of people together. He got a lot of people involved, meetings and you know, catch-ups when it came to games, the watch-alongs, everything that he did was absolutely superb. And his son put some real nice words together, which was post as well, around him as a person. And he will be sadly lost and missed by an awful lot of people. And like I say, condolences to all of the family and all of his friends, because he will be a big miss. But the one thing that I can say is, I think, you know, the work that he started will be continued by others and will only get bigger, you know, through what he has started. And I think that's the key. What he put together, how he's brought people together has helped. And now it will build. People will remember him for that, you know, and for what he has done, not only for us, but for the club overall, and his promotion of us in the UAE. So, yeah, sincere condolences. And you know, we will continue, and that's the thing. And that was the words of his son as well, where we will continue and we'll remember him for what he's done and how things can be taken forwards.
And rest in peace, Steve, and keep right on, mate.
Yeah.
I've been looking at the message board as well. He's been absolutely on fire.
Yeah, that was my next thing.
Since we started across all of the channels, and you know, so there's loads of comments around. Yes, it's been great to see us in terms of the way that we've played over the past couple of games. Just to shout out a few here. I mean, Benji Smith here, he's put evening boys into the legend that is Claire Wheeldon. Thoroughly enjoyed yesterday and surprised how poor that Wrexham were.
I can't tell you how much it is.
So, I mean, yeah, I do want to know, Benji, how much has she paid you for that? I mean, had you have put the legend that is Mark Robe, then we definitely know that he was blackmailing you rather than...
Hey, come on.
Or very drunk.
So, Fraser Higgins can say how well Prisco played. He's raw, but he will be a player, and I totally agree. I think he's still he's young. He's learning his trade, and he is going to come real good.
Yeah.
A few other comments. Isn't it great how when you've got two centre backs and full backs playing in their natural position, that the defence looks solid?
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's the other thing. You know, yesterday, what did Beadle have to do? Watch the rest of the team. And that is just, you know, that's a credit to the people that are in front of him.
So who said earlier you wouldn't play any more of the lone players? Was that you, Craig?
That was me, yeah, because I just think when I look at it, you've got to think to yourself now, our season's written off. You know, we can't do anything. We can't go up, and we're not going to go down. So on that basis, if we had a group of under-21s at this stage, you'd be saying, right, let's play the under-21s. Let's see what they've got ready for next season. Let's see what we've got to play with. And we've got to do that, I think, with our players. Now our signed players, for me, have to be given the opportunity to show what they can do. And actually, then, if things aren't going to pay off, then let them go. You know,
you change the goalkeeper. You put Allsop in.
He's the only loan.
It's the only loan, but I don't think that will change from that point of view. I think, you know, let's face it. We've all seen the rumours. We've all heard the different things that are going on. I think Beadle plays if he's fit. I don't think there's any other way to describe it now. It's got to be written somewhere that if he's fit, he plays.
Yeah.
So he is the only one that stays there, but everybody else.
Yeah. I'm just asking after what you said. You're saying that you wouldn't play any more lone players, so you would put Allsop in goal on Saturday.
Let's just say outfield players. Then, I mean, at the end of the day, if we could,
Osman, we're not going to be buying Osman unless we spend a lot of money on him.
No. I would have Osman back on loan again. I would.
I agree. I'd take him back on loan. I'd like to do 100%. An extension on that.
I
think at the moment I'm choosing Osman over Gray because I think he gives us more. I do.
I agree. I agree at the moment. If you asked me this before Christmas, I'd have disagreed.
But Demarai knows side, doesn't he?
Yeah. Sorry, back onto the shout boxes, Craig.
Yeah, no. There's a few others in regards to why Dux wasn't in the team yesterday. I think your guess in terms of it is as good as ours. Yes, lots of rumours out there. Will you ever hear them? Come from the club. Hey, club will always shout out what they need to, and I think as Chris Davies said in his interviews yesterday, it's an internal issue. That's all that's been put out there. So we don't know, and I wouldn't want to speculate on rumours. Jason Hughes, this is a great shout. This is Prisco reminds him of Bamford.
Yeah,
and I think totally agree with that in terms of the way he plays.
Same sort of build and everything, yeah.
Michael, it's a pity that Doyle will return to Wolves at the end of the season. I think maybe, but there's obviously a clash of personalities or something within there because he is a class player.
I don't think he doesn't look. Sorry, butting in, Craig. I don't think he looks happy, does he?
No.
Well, you wouldn't be happy that Iwata and Paik are constantly playing, even when you have an absolute great time.
That's one reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And the fact is that when he came back from his injury, he was told minutes, and then other people come back and they're playing the full 90. So I think I think with Doyle, we haven't utilised him enough. I think there's been plenty of games where he could have come on and changed it. And I've got to admit, you can some of the first few games he played, I was thinking we've got a player here. How you pass that ball and everything, you can see the Man City in him. It's just such a shame that we haven't seen the best of him. And I think next year with Wolves, I think he'll smash this league. I think he will be brilliant for them.
Do you reckon he'll stay there, though? Do you reckon he'll move somewhere else?
No, I think the Wolves will keep him. And I think he will be because some of their players will go, like Gomez and all that, they'll go. But I think Doyle will be their key player next season.
Yeah, I think for me, he must have slight regrets not moving on in January. Obviously, if he knew in January what he knows now and how much game time he would have got, he probably would have done what Kumas and Cashin did, wouldn't he? And it's a waste, really. It's a waste of a season of his career, and it's frustrating again from my point of view because he would always be in my first 11. I would always have him. If everyone's fit and available, I would always have him and Salis as the two. That's my personal choice.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm a bit worried about a few other things on the board. Bill Mint, going back to the Ipswich game, the worst thing was when one of their strikers clattered Beadle and not one of our players came to his defence, which we normally do as a club. So it has been, I've got to say, there is that little bit of edge that has, I think, come away from the team over the past couple of games. So I can kind of resonate around that. Mick Greaves, the 4 forwards on Sunday were class. Remember, Osman is 20, Stansfield 21, Prisca 21, Vicente 26. Next season, we just need an experienced championship set of players. We don't need to spend millions. Totally can echo with that. And I think we've been saying that over the past couple of shows as well. And the final one, do you think, Steve Kimberley, and a good question for all of us here actually, do you think that any of our returning loan players will have a place with us next season?
No.
Nah, I don't think so. I think people say about Leonard, but I don't think he was all out, to be fair.
No.
Who
else is coming back? Remind me.
Gardner Hickman,
yeah. I liked him, I did, but he'd only be a squad player. He wouldn't be...
You see, he did an interview after the Blackburn game, even though he wasn't playing. They actually went to him.
Oh, yeah.
Him.
I saw that, yeah.
That was but they've come out and said they're not going to buy him. They haven't got the money to buy him, or they can't put a deal together with Birmingham. So, I don't know, it was a bit weird, that was.
It was weird. He was really rubbing it. I know you might be feeling that internally, but just, don't broadcast the way he did. He was really rubbing it in, wasn't he?
I thought he'd have said no to that, but...
But you know what? We own him, don't we? So at the end of it, whoever comes in for him's got to pay for him. So he could be one of those that does return that actually ends up playing in the team. I personally don't think that will happen. I think he'll come back and be sold. But be interesting. Steve Kimberley has said Scotty Rice. Actually, that's a good. I think he could come back. Do you not?
I think he's pretty average here, to be fair.
I think he's a League One player.
Yeah, you're not going to get in ahead of Vicente and Roberts. Is he on the right? No chance. I liked his work rate though. He did put a lot into it when he played.
He tried hard, yeah.
Yeah. But
I would send Lee Buchanan out on loan next season as well.
Yeah.
I think he needs it. I think he needs it for his career. I think he needs to be playing it week in, week out. Send him to like a League One team.
It's going to be like...
Do you know what I mean? And get him back because he is brilliant. If he can stay fit, he can be centre half. He can be left back. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, you've got a decent player, but I just think his injuries have just been so bad.
It's horrendous. Such a young player. His injury record's horrific.
I'd love to see him back in full, back up to full speed, playing regular in the Championship again, because he's such a nice guy as well. Spoke to him a few times, and just so unlucky.
Comments on YouTube here from Mick Arkwell. So we ask CD to let the players go and play the way that we want them to, and yet we still ask him to go. Do we want, do we still want him out or bring in who? Some other managers that have been sacked for not performing well. So actually, it's a good point. We, as fans, we asked him to do something different. He's done something different. There's a few people that are saying, okay, do we or don't we? There's others that are still actually out. But I think it's probably because, at the end of the day, we as fans are asking for this, and managers should spot it. And that's the thing that I would turn around and say was, let's see, because nobody knows. It could be worse. We could be West Brom after their announcement today, and we're not.
I mean, Claire's right in saying he's one win. Yeah,
he's one win in 9.
But for instance, if we look ahead and we get the next few games and we win them all, we might have a different opinion. But at the moment, the momentum's there. We've scored a couple of good goals. The team look like they're playing as a team. We go to Hull. If we get a result there, you know what? Positive way of thinking, isn't it? So
I don't think it's a coincidence that now we've got nothing to play for. Suddenly, he's made 7 changes, and we're going out there now and playing with freedom without any fear. When we have got something to protect and we have got something to play for, we seem to have too much fear. We're going out there too much afraid of losing than actually being the
But why is that though? And where does that come from? That comes from one person.
Well, it comes
you can't say that's on the player.
It can come from the ownership. It can come from everything. The expectations that we've got an owner. God sent to the football club, but when on the pitch and when on TV, telling everyone that we're going to be in the Premiership. That's massive. To put on pressure on a manager's shoulder. It's his first season in the Championship. He's never once stood there and said, "Oh, we're definitely going to be up there." So. I don't know if expectations were massive, and we've all agreed that mid-table was going to be acceptable, wasn't it? But keep going back to what Claire says. It's the performances. It's not. If we lost games playing well, we'd have a different way of thinking. But we haven't.
It's
Yeah. You need to be doing it the other way around. When you have got something to play for, you need to be the team that grabs the game by the horns and takes control of it.
Southampton changed their manager. Got someone relatively unknown. He's done loads of psych stuff and everything with them because they weren't performing. And look where they are. They've beaten Arsenal. And you can't tell me that was Arsenal's very, very good Arsenal team. They literally are blowing teams away at the moment because they've got the momentum. 13 games we had. Let's go for it. That's when the shackles... Do you know what? If he said 13 games, Millwall, we're going to go for it. Exactly what you've just said, Paul. We're going to, play freedom. I would have been totally different. But if anything, we went backwards. We went like we were trying to stay up. And it just... That's what I don't get. And now, all of a sudden, because there's nothing to play for, you're letting them have freedom. Let footballers have freedom anyway. You watch Man City against Chelsea. Cherky has the freedom. Pep doesn't like it, but he knows that that's how he plays. And this is the thing. 13 games we had. We've got 4 left now. So 9 of those games, you could have gone for it. You could have absolutely gone for it. And do you know what? If we sat here and had the same thing, but actually we went for it, we would have gone, do you know what? Fair play to him. At least we can sit here and go, we went for it this season. We had to go. We saw Vicente, we saw Prisk, but we were all watching. We all knew what was happening, but nothing was changing until now, which is so frustrating.
And to be honest, Claire, I think the next game we'll probably change it again. He'll tinker with the lineup.
I generally hope he sticks to, because Ipswich, he didn't really change, and then hopefully he stays the same again. And I think that, I mean, I would have Laird on. That's the only difference that I would have. But generally, do you know what I mean? I think that he would stick with that, and I actually think we could get a result if it stayed the same. But I just think it's too little, too late. It's just it's so frustrating.
So who would we like to see out of the loan players if we were to sign, permanently? Who would we like to see the most signed on a permanent basis? And I'll put that out there to everyone. Have we only got 3 players on loan now? Is that right? Is it Beadle, Osman, and
Solid?
Solid for me.
Solid straight away. Solid.
Yeah,
he's on loan, but it's obligation to buy on appearances, and he's already hit them appearances, hasn't he?
I think he's exceeded those appearances, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's 11 appearances.
True, what was out there.
Pretty much our player.
Right, brilliant. If we sign him, I'll be delighted because I really like him. He's like the glue in the midfield, and he's that one that breaks up play. And and he's good on the ball as well, isn't he?
Yeah, how he ran through Ipswich, I was like, we've got to sign him, because if he gets the freedom to go forward, generally he wasn't he, Tally? He glided, and I was like, wow, I'm seeing this.
Yeah, I'm going to say it though, and it's probably not a popular opinion, but when Iwata came on, it allowed him to have that role.
He played well against Ipswich. Iwata did. Best game for ages.
Said to him, look, I'll step in behind, and you go forward, and it allowed him to go forward, which we didn't see from Solis. Normally, he's the one creeping up after everyone, but Iwata stepped aside a little bit for him, so I think that works as well. But.
Yeah.
The message board is all saying Osman, by the way, to stay with us. So I think it's a great shout in terms of having him on loan again. I honestly don't think we could, even though we've got a bit of money, I don't think we'd afford to outlay on him.
I don't know. I thought that about Stansfield, Craig, to be honest.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on how they structure things, doesn't it? I suppose that's a good shout. But Andy Browne has just made a great comment here, and again, I know we brought this up the other week. Does anybody remember how Alex Ferguson started up as he's put it here, manure?
Yeah, he had 2 or 3 years of nothing, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
And he nearly got himself the sack.
And he won the cup. Yeah.
In today's game, though, in today's football, he would have been sacked after 8 months in today's game, wouldn't he? At least.
Yeah. But maybe we do change. We said it a few weeks back. Maybe we are that club. Give him time, and we get that success that we're all screaming for. But ultimately, it's down to the ownership, isn't it? A bit like what Southampton did. Southampton, they made a decision. They got rid of him. Obviously, they stepped in and said they needed a bit more than just a manager change. They had a few specialists go in there, and look at them now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in more recent years, you can look at Mark Robbins at Coventry as well, can't you? He went through the mill with them, and then eventually got them into the playoffs.
Yeah,
got relegated, struggled in Championship, and then eventually he was in the playoffs. Only 2 seasons on the trot.
Yeah,
Coventry's team is virtually his team anyway. Still,
they've added hardly anything to it.
I'm totally on the fence with it. If they do decide to change the manager, then I don't see the point if they don't bring in someone who's got a promotion at least from the Championship to the Premier League on their CV, like a Sean Dyche, like a Thomas Frank, if we could attract him. Thomas Frank would be my number 1 choice if he did go.
He'd be brilliant.
But there's no point in having that conversation until it's officially happened, and we've got to get behind Chris Davies and his team while they're in charge and while they're taking on. But it is frustrating. I'm with you totally, Claire. Like 13 games ago, why didn't the penny drop? Why didn't we start playing this 11 and going for it then to try and get into the playoffs? Why are we suddenly doing it now when we've got nothing to play for and there's no pressure on it?
Yeah, really frustrating.
Because next season, we're going to go back to pressure.
Yeah.
Again.
I know.
So what's going to happen? Is it... This is the problem. Like, if he's finally adapting and things like that, which is lovely to see, but will he just go back to
He clearly needs assistance, and I don't think he'll take that. My honest opinion is that he needs some other backroom staff, maybe, I don't know, an experienced number two. But I don't think he'll take advice. That's just what I see from the way he is and who he's been who he's under, like your Brendan Rodgers and your Ange and that. I don't think he'll take that. So I don't think he will stick around if we turn around and say that. He definitely needs support and
needs experience around him.
Yeah.
Needs a better backroom staff.
It
I watch
isn't
them on the sideline. And like they're actually like, I mean, my mum said it. Oh, look, they're going up and talking to him. And I was like, yeah, but it's grounds when there's a corner. And then you've got Huddleston pops up. But I'd love to know what they're saying to him. I would love to know. Do you know what I mean? I just think he needs, or the technical director needs to change just to help. Like, you know, what are people thinking about Craig Gardner? Should he stay? Should he not stay? It's really complicated, isn't it, really? Because it's all or nothing, isn't it?
We don't know who's buying the players.
Yeah.
Does Chris Davis make the decision? Is he made to play these players? You know, like we've all had these questions and you will never know. I mean, I didn't think Carl Wagner was playing yesterday, but he was then, surprise, he's on the starting lineup, you know.
And thank goodness for that.
If you've gone by his interview, he wasn't ready.
Yeah. Sorry, Craig. What you've just said there, Tally, as well, just got me thinking. Postecoglou and Rodgers, they didn't play this sort of football that we've been watching this season, did they? I mean, Postecoglou, I remember Spurs going down to 9 men at home to Chelsea, and they were still going for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think they ended up losing about 6-3 or something, didn't they? But they went for it. They didn't go down without a fight with 9 men. You know,
basically, their defence was on the halfway line.
Yeah. And his team,
they were fast enough to get the ball.
First season at Spurs, Postecoglou, he did all right, didn't he? And you know, they played some good stuff and they played good attacking football. And Chris Davis was on the bench then.
Yeah, I think he's just stubborn. It's both of them managers, when questioned about changing their style of play when it hasn't necessarily worked, they didn't do it. I mean, Ange lost his job back on the basis of that, even though he won a European Cup.
Yeah.
So it's that you've got to have that advice. If someone's going to give you advice and say, look, to make the management team that little bit better and, you know, experience, we need to bring someone in. He's not prepared to do that. He won't stick around, will he? So.
No.
I think that'll be the test. And I mean, actually, you know, what we've all been talking about there is it resonates nicely with a comment from Alan Minute, who put on, evening all, do you think that our chairman has the overall say on who comes and who goes? No one else on the board seems to have the authority to sack. Now, I think the first thing I would turn around and say is, actually, I think it'd always have a say, but I think in the current circumstance, Wagner for me is not part of the club, and that might sound really harsh, and I don't want it to come across in a negative way. For me, he needs to be and has stepped away for the purpose of his health. So there must be people that are running this club on behalf of Tom Wagner. You know, do we think he has the authority to sack or anybody else? I think they probably do, but there's also, I still think, part of me that's thinking, are they going to learn by the mistakes that they made in the past? Did they jump ship too early with people? You know, and are they themselves learning like Davis is at the moment? So it's a good shout, but we'll see ultimately what things come about. And also, I've had a text message actually, funnily enough, from a Spurs fan who turned around and said, "You just mentioned obviously Postecoglou, but to him, Spurs were playing better football when Davis was there as a coach." Right. And I think that also comes across. He is a coach. He has openly admitted he's not a people's person. You know, perhaps we need somebody that's in there that can go in and put your arms around them and say, "Look, what is going on? You know, let's have a heart to heart." And he's got to learn from that himself as well. So it is interesting, the mixture of things that we have got. I think we've got a great coach, but a person that's not so good at hand-holding and looking after the players like perhaps they need is. And what do we do? Who knows? This Birmingham City, we could talk around all these different things and say nobody's going anywhere and there's a wholesale change in the summer.
Yeah.
You know, we could go into the summer and nothing changes at all. We just don't know as Blues fans. Come on, we can never predict the future.
That comment for me though fries my brain even more. Spurs played better football when Davies was a coach.
Yeah.
So why haven't we been playing good football?
Yeah. Why?
Because I think he's been too stubborn with who he's playing.
Playing.
I think he's been very, very much focused on this possession. I would love to know how many games we've won with less possession, because I actually think it's quite high.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I actually think
Probably all of them.
Yeah, having less possession, like we had less against Coventry. I think we had less this yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did,
So
yeah.
I actually think that a lot of teams are moving away from this possession, and I think that's why, like, corners are getting so important. Long throws are getting so important.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden they're trying different ways, and I think that this possession, yes, it does help when obviously you've got the ball, but it's what you do with that possession.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, Man City are having to adjust.
Yeah.
You see that, you see their wingers coming off the line a little bit more, like Semenyo and people like that. You see them moving a little bit more. It's not as rigid. But he tactically was better yesterday because he's adapted to Wrexham's play.
I think we've just probably been.
Said it yesterday, didn't they? After his post-match interview, he says he played me tactics-wise.
Yeah. I think we're probably guilty of overthinking it. Personally, I think you've been overthinking it too much. It's not. I don't think it's rocket science. The pitch has never changed size. The goals have never changed size.
No.
You've got 11 men against 11 men out there. And you've got to. Yeah.
It seems like he's overcoached people.
Yeah. If it was
overcoached people.
You've got to know the strengths and weaknesses of every player you've got in every position and play them to the best of their ability and the best of their, what they can do out there. And we did that yesterday. We did it yesterday. We did it at Ipswich. And I think we'd accept being, like, say, 14th now if we'd have played and lost away from home like we did at Ipswich, if you know what I mean. We'd have had a go and we'd have gone down with a fight. But when we go down without a fight and we don't turn up, that's when it's unacceptable, like Derby away and Watford away, etc. So...
Sorry, Paul. I was going to say, ask us on our slot here and all our viewers, can you think of one player that's improved under Davis?
Business is booming. But you know what really helped? Xero, the accounting platform for small businesses. I used to think unpaid bills were just part of it. Ugh. But batch payments? Wow. Automated accounts payable? Even better. All in one place. That's a big one. And I can keep track from my phone while I get the job done. No bills in sight. What a life. Do right by yourself and your business and search XERO for your free trial. Conditions apply.
Immersing yourself in all things soccer ahead of this summer's World Cup, I'm Alex Abnos, senior sports editor from The Guardian. And whether you're a soccer beginner or you know the game inside and out, we've got you covered. Read, watch, and listen as our journalists connect the dots between the games, the cultures, and this political moment. We'll have daily newsletters throughout the tournament, reporters on the ground with all the big teams, and the legendary Football Weekly podcast. The Guardian, bringing you the whole picture on soccer. Search Guardian Soccer for more.
I'll say overcoached, but there's evidence that they haven't at all.
No,
I don't think so.
No, we've said this before, but but let's just see what happens anyway from the last 4 games and then into the summer and where we are in August with it all. We'll have more players in. There'll be a few go out, and if Chris Davies is still there and he is still in charge, then we just go with him and see how we go. It will be judged a lot more, though, next season, I think, than this season, if he is still there.
Yeah. Claire, I don't know whether you've seen the comment from Robbie Michaels that's on the board.
I haven't seen it on my ancestry.com, so I don't think we are. I will double check it.
I think he's really rich.
I can see it.
Yeah.
So,
I'll have a look.
Can I give a shout out to one of our viewers, Mark? Gave me a lift yesterday. Mark lives in Northampton. He gave me a lift back home yesterday. So give a shout out. He's a lovely, roomy Lovely, roomy boot it was.
Oh, did he lock you in the back of the car with handcuffs? Was that the one?
Yeah. Well, he said he was taking me home, but yeah.
I thought it was your 50th birthday present. Being a mascot yesterday, rode that silver bloke.
Yeah, I came out. I came out holding Wagner's hand.
It's frightened my daughter.
Was it the Birmingham Legion mascot? Was it?
No.
Yeah,
it was a basketball team, wasn't it? The Birmingham basketball team.
I thought we re-signed Ollie Burke. To be fair.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm not gonna lie. He looked like Patch Head.
Yeah,
scary that is.
Yeah, like it was weird.
Was it Birmingham Bullets? Birmingham Bullets still is it the basketball team? Are we talking here or in America?
It was the American one, wasn't
it?
Yeah,
it's all
Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama one.
Yeah. I remember Birmingham Bullets. I don't know if they still exist.
Oh yeah, the Bullets. Yeah. They've gone now, haven't
they?
Yeah. Okay.
So can I just say as well though, we've spoke about a lot about the men's here in this season being over and done with, but during the break we've also had we had a fantastic game, I've got to say, and I was so proud of every player that turned out in the ladies' game against Manchester City, because we went into that game and there were people going, oh my God, if we keep this down to 5, that's going to be good, and all these different things. Right, one mistake, one fantastic cross, and was put away, and that was the only difference on the day between a Birmingham City side top of the WSL2 and the team that are the best team in this country at the moment by an absolute mile and top of WSL. They fought right to the very end. They had opportunities. They just didn't have that killer touch. Funnily enough, we've been talking about the men's and couldn't put a ball in the back of the onion net, but that's what the women suffered with in the FA Cup. But what a day, and what a day to show how far they've come. So we now go into the biggest 2 games of the season. At home to Ipswich after the international break. So, it's the game on the 26th against Ipswich. It's going to be brilliant. And I want to just say to people, please come down to St Andrews, come and see them for that one last home game of the season. Last season, when they were fighting for that last and only spot, there were 7,500 in St Andrews. At the time, the players and the managers all said the same thing. To have the crowd backing them to that degree was absolutely amazing. And there's no reason we couldn't do that again against Ipswich. There's a big difference this time. We're top of the table on goal difference. You might as well give us another 3 points. 11 goals difference going into that particular game. And if results go our way, not only can we be promoted, but we could be champions after that game, or champions elect, because of the, goal difference, the way that it is. But then we talk about the Charlton game. When I think about the ladies' games, and you often get a little bit of away support, right? Newcastle being a really good example of how many they can bring to games. Man City bought 3 coaches. We're going to Charlton. There's already 3 coaches going from the club. There's a coach going from the OSC that I've arranged. There's coaches going from other areas. So already, without those people that are travelling independently, you can say there's over 250 people that are going to support the ladies at Charlton. It's just a great opportunity to see us have a positive at the end of this season. So what I want to say is, as a combination between Solihull OSC and Tilton Talk, I will like to support the ladies a little bit further by funding a number of tickets for the Ipswich game at St Andrews a week on Sunday. If you can make it and you would like to go, then just send a note through to us at Tilton Talk as to why, and we'll put together a certain number, and through the OSC and through Solihull, I will then purchase those tickets for those people to attend. Make it a family occasion. Let's get down there and let's celebrate, because fingers crossed, we're going to be promoted that day. and then we can go on to take the title against Tilton. And then next season, none of this business of worrying about when we're going to be playing Manchester City or who we're going to draw in the cup, etc., because we're going to see them down at St Andrews. We're going to be seeing those teams coming up against us. And, you know, let's get down there to back them to the hilt and show them just how much it means to us as a club. It's not about women's football, this isn't. This is about the club, and it's an opportunity to celebrate. So if you can get down there and you want to go, you haven't got tickets already, get in touch and we'll see what we can sort out. And let's get as many people down there as possible to support Amy and the team. And I'm also working really hard on trying to get, if we can, Amy on Tilton Talk ahead of that particular game, because I think it's, you know, we really need to, like I say, celebrate all the good things that are going on. And let's pack out St Andrews. Let's get as many people down there as possible. Let's get that 7,500 again. But this time, let's be celebrating at the end of it. Not all walking out with sad faces like we did before, because we've got to do it and we can do it.
Just to jump on that, I went there last the Sunderland game with Craig, and my little girl absolutely loved it. It was brilliant, great atmosphere, totally different to what we see with the men's team. But honestly, family feel. At the end of the game, the girls come up and started to. They had pictures and signing people stuff. My little 6-year-old said, "Can I come to the next game?" So, you know, get down there and see it with your own eyes. I really enjoyed it. I did. I was jumping up like the men's game. I was.
I tell you, Tally was sat behind me, and I think the pair of us, we got into that last couple of minutes of the game, and you're thinking, is it going to happen? And when it went in, it was just like celebrating at a men's game, because it's just like, wow, what have we just seen? And incidentally, voting is out there at this present moment for that goal to win Goal of the Month. So I will post details on the Tilton Talk chat boards. Get on there voting for Lily Crosswaite to take that Player of the Month award. And don't forget, we've got the Players Awards as well. Voting is now open for the men's and the women's Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Goal of the Season. So get your votes in on all those different things so that we can make sure that those people are rewarded. And it'll be a good one.
I've got a quiz, Craig.
Oh.
You mentioned Player of the Season, and this goes to everyone watching. I'm going to do one from each decade in a certain year, and I want you to tell me who Player of the Season was.
Ooh.
So you haven't prepped this, have you? That's come on.
Wow. So can we take out Enkelman? So Enkelman can't be construed as being Player of the Season.
I'm going to start with the year I was born. Believe it or not, which was 1979. So who won Player of the Season in 1979?
Keith Birchin?
Nope.
Joe Gallagher.
Put your answers in the shout boxes.
No, I don't think he was. I think he'd left then.
No,
he was still there, wasn't he? Yeah.
The next one after that is 1989, so we'll go 10 years after that. 1979, 1989. And then we'll go for 1990. Oh, we might as well do it by 10 years, mightn't we? Yeah. 1999, 2009, and 2019.
First, Paul Sterndale has said, was it Archie Gemmell?
It wasn't, no.
David Field, Jim Montgomery?
Nope.
Pete Taylor says, I'm sitting this one out.
Anyone want to have a go at 1989 or 1999 or 2009 or 2019?
99, was that Martin Granger?
1999 wasn't Martin Granger, no. Granger would have been there after, mate, 2000.
Oh, was 89 Dennis Bailey?
89 wasn't Dennis Bailey, no.
Or Sturridge?
No.
Steve Kimberley said, was it TF? 79?
No.
No, it wasn't TF.
Or Worthington?
No.
Mark Brooks? 1999, FaZe Higgins said Brian Hughes?
No.
Ian Clayton's going Mark Dennis.
Oh, was it Kevin Walker?
Who said Mark Dennis?
Ian Clayton.
Ian Clayton, that probably deserves a prize, Chris, because that is correct.
Was Joe Hart 2009?
Joe Hart 2009, no.
Cameron Drone?
Oh.
No.
Was it Kevin Phillips?
No.
Michael saying, was it Kenny Burns for 79?
79, no, that was Mark Dennis.
Mark Dennis.
That was Mark Dennis in 79?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
2019,
Mark Dennis, 89.
2019, Shay Adams.
Correct. Yeah, that's right, Tally. Yeah.
89.
19 is Shay Adams. That was the season that Gary Monk was in charge and he scored his 23 goals, I think it was it?
Was 89 Gleghorn?
No.
Clarkson?
No.
Frayne?
No.
Rogerson?
No. This
Thomas.
was a bit before Rogerson, wasn't it? Just a little
Stephen Carr, 2009.
bit. No.
99, was that Paul Furlong?
1999, no, not Paul Furlong.
Awesome.
It's good, this, isn't it?
Marcus Johnson?
1999?
Marcus Johnson.
Correct.
Ah.
That is Jono, 1999, yeah. So what we got then?
Ferguson, 2009.
2000. We've just got 2009 left.
Yeah.
Not Ferguson, no.
Oh, we got 89. What about 89? We still got to do 89.
Oh, you got to do 89 as well, sorry, yeah.
Simon Harper said, is it Hoppy?
Is it Hoppy? Yeah.
It wasn't Hoppy, God bless him, no.
Oh, was it Kevin Ashley?
No.
2009, Lee Carsley from Fraser Higgins?
No. Although
Liam Dayish?
No. Liam Dayish?
Was it 2009, 2010?
No, 2008, 2000. It's at the end of that season, isn't it? So it's 2008, 2009.
I found it, but I can't believe it, so I'm not going to say it.
It's hard to get in it there.
That is ridiculous, if that's right.
I was sat with him on the table at that awards as well.
Wow.
Intriguing.
French.
Yeah.
Oh, Kudrow.
Yes.
What's wrong
with How?
Nice gallery.
Lisa Kudrow from France. Lisa Kudrow.
If you look at all the players that are there, like in that squad, and he was bad. Yeah, okay.
He was good though. He was really good that season.
He was good, but I didn't think he was that good.
Yeah.
I think we've still got 89 going, where Marcus Farrell said was his Simon Sturridge.
No.
Rogerson. Ashley. Frayne. Mark Yates.
No.
Steve Whitten.
No. Give it 2 more minutes. Give it till 40, 1940, and then we'll
1940. That was before the war.
Is it Paul Tate?
Paul Tate? No.
I don't know. I've never heard of this player, Paul. I mean, it was before my time, so I have AI'd it.
I was only 10.
Was it? Was it John Frayne?
No.
Brian Roberts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brian Roberts.
Oh, right, okay.
Was it in the old co-op milk shirt?
Yeah. Came from Coventry, didn't he?
Yeah, he still lives in Cov.
That was the one who. It was the player that we had a whip round for and bought.
Oh, Harry, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Harry Roberts, yeah.
For some reason, I've got a vision of a milk float with a woman holding 2 bottles.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
That's a bloke. I mean, not the woman, but yeah.
Do you want to do one for the 20? Should we do one for the 2020s just for the road?
Go on, then.
2023.
Oh, what a great season.
2023. So just after COVID.
Oh, 23.
Just come back.
So last year was 25.
25. 23.
We got relegated in 24.
Was it Duker?
No.
Was it Hannibal? Gary Gardner?
No. Dukey won it in 2020.
Bakuna?
No.
2020. Are we talking 2022 into 23, yeah?
Yeah.
So that is literally the end of the COVID year.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Well, no, COVID was 2020, wasn't it? 2019,
Yeah, I was going to say 2020.
Yeah. 6 years ago now.
Means that as he was coming out of it.
Oh, was it Colin? Maxim Colin?
No.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that. Stansfield had joined, hadn't he then?
No.
Hadn't he? Or was it you?
No. So, yeah, Stansfield was a season after that.
Sanderson, Pete Taylor said.
No.
Chong.
Chris Rowe, I don't think it was Bernard's son, but I'll shout that one out just
Troy Deener.
John Ruddy. John Ruddy.
No. But that's only 3 years ago. Was this the hardest one?
Oh, no, yeah.
Mark Brooks. It definitely was. It definitely was Dong. Yeah, Dong definitely took. He took manager of the season. players player and player of the season as well. I think the only person that voted was Dong.
Yeah.
Was it a defender?
Yes.
Is it Harley Dean?
No.
Trusty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And that's from Steve Kimberley, incidentally. He was the one that shouted that out.
Well done, Steve Kimberley. He was a good player.
Well
I'd have him back now next to Clara, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Neumann, don't get me wrong, but I think he was probably good enough, wasn't he, to be sort of like, he would have been quality next to Clara on that left-hand side.
Him and Sanderson was a good combo, though, wasn't he?
Yeah. While we're on the subjects of quizzes, Chris, have you got any Barnets or Who's this week?
I certainly have. I've got a Barney, I believe. Get this ready. Tell you what we'll do. Can we do the Who first?
Yeah.
So let me just transfer. Right, okay. Here we go. I think this is quite an easy one as well, so here we go.
I feel great, to be honest. It's good to get some minutes in my legs. See, my fitness is not quite up there with the rest of the lads at the moment, but that's something that's going to come within the next.
Easy enough?
He sounded about 12.
I've got to say, Tally, that was immediately what you've just said was what was going through my head, which it did sound like Stanner.
Really? Okay.
No, it's not, though, is it?
No, it's not, though.
Ray Hobro said Stano as well. Pete Taylor says Lee Buchanan.
Nope.
Is it Nathan Redmond?
Nope.
Fraser Higgins said Juki.
Nope.
Was he in Grange Hill?
Yeah. Want me to play it again?
Yeah, please.
I'll play the full bit. Hang on a bit.
At the moment, but that's something that's going to come within the next month, 2 months. So I need these minutes, and I enjoyed it.
Adams?
No.
Someone who gets injured a lot then.
George Friend?
I think he did, yeah. I think it was.
Oh, George Hall?
No. It was
George Friend.
No. It was at Blues 2017.
Oh.
Ooh.
2017.
Yeah.
Craig Roden has said, is it Bentley?
No.
No, he'd long gone by then, hadn't he?
Not James Vaughan, is it?
No.
2017.
So that would have been around sort of Zola and Rowett, and that was when all the carnage set off, didn't it, when Rowett went in 2016, then Zola, then Redknapp. So
yeah, and he's a Londoner by the sound of it.
I think that recording was probably about 5 or 6 years before he joined us as well.
That was not like someone rogue like Liam Walsh, is it?
No.
Here's how to stay alive longer so you can enjoy Boost Mobile's unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Do not mistake a wasp nest for a piñata. Stay alive and switch now at Boost Mobile. After 30 gigs, customers may experience lower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Immersing yourself in all things soccer ahead of this summer's World Cup, I'm Alex Abnos, senior sports editor from The Guardian. And whether you're a soccer beginner or you know the game inside and out, we've got you covered. Read, watch, and listen as our journalists connect the dots between the games, the cultures, and this political moment. We'll have daily newsletters throughout the tournament, reporters on the ground with all the big teams, and the legendary Football Weekly podcast. The Guardian, bringing you the whole picture on soccer. Search Guardian Soccer for more.
Will Buckley?
No. I'll play it one more time.
I feel great, to be honest. It's good to get some minutes in my legs. See, my fitness is not quite up there with the rest of the lads at the moment, but that's something that's going to come within the next month, 2 months. So I need these minutes, and I enjoyed it.
Is it Jake
Jenkinson?
Is it Jake Clark-Salter?
No. I thought this would go. It's strange.
Fraser Higgins said Ravel Morrison.
No.
No, he's a Mankenner.
Ian Clayton says Darren Ambrose.
Nope.
Vassell?
I'm just. Who said that?
Pete Taylor and Benji Smith have said it.
Oh, well done.
Well done, Claire. Isaac Vassell. He's one of the fastest players I've ever seen in my life, but he just unfortunately got that bad injury, didn't he, against them?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, even Harry Redknapp was shouting about him.
Yeah. Shame.
Oh my God, look at the poll. You said the poll?
Yeah, its poll is so close. I was just going to say, so the poll on VAR into the Championship, 53% saying yes, 47 no. That's got to be our closest one yet.
50-50 now.
50-50 now, Craig.
Is it now 50-50? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who thought it would be a total no?
I got to be honest, I did, because I can't stand VAR for what it does, because it's just another person.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I just prefer to win or lose fair and square. Now, they have made a pig's ear of it in the Premier League, but when you watch it in the Champions League and the European, international games in the World Cup and Euros, it's nowhere near as bad. So
I think we overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
I think we just overcomplicate. The fact is that we've gone from drawing lines to then that one, where you got the players and it's got like that, I don't know, like screen to show.
Yeah.
Like, just do that and just literally press play and then it should work.
Yeah. Well, it's there to help them get to the right decision, and it certainly would have helped us. I can name 3 occasions already where it would have helped us get to the right decision, and it wasn't there to help us. Obviously, the Carling Cup final, the Worthington Cup final. David and Gog at Liverpool springs to mind, and obviously last
Hull
week...
City away when the ball went out.
Yeah. And then Ipswich as well. Yeah. That's just to name a few. There'll be loads more, won't there? And no doubt there'll be a couple where maybe we've scored a goal and it shouldn't have been. Don't get me wrong, but I think you'll find that there'll be more against us than for us. That's for sure. Yeah. So, but no, it's interesting anyway. So yeah, so that's the poll. Tally and Chris, I believe you went to an evening with Martin Granger recently and celebrating his 30 years since he signed for the club, wasn't it? I saw he was at the St Andrews as well, wasn't he?
It's a good night, that was.
Was it good?
Yeah, really good night.
He was on top form, wasn't he? He was on top
You had a right run, didn't you, Tally? I saw you everywhere for about 3 or 4 days on the trot. I was waiting for you to be standing in my fridge to pass me a bottle of beer as well.
Next week, ladies. That's next week.
It's cost him a fortune with the presents he's had to buy the wife, though, in order to have all those nights out.
Yeah, did you have a good night, though? Was it good?
Yeah. One of my favourite players, so it was great to sit there and go through his story and that. I've got his book and I've got loads of books, but that's the first one to start to read.
Yeah.
Mark, why are you saying yes? Because the only reason you'd have his book is to look at the pictures.
No, I've got the book for Christmas and they got it signed to me. But I must, to be fair, I must learn to read.
I can teach you that, Robe. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorted then. Yeah, it's a good book. It's a good read.
I'm going to do my mate and 1997 player of the season, Paul Devlin, a favour here by shouting out his evening this coming Friday with Mikel Forsell. He's doing a Q&A this Friday. I believe it's in Castle Bromwich somewhere, isn't it?
It's not far from there.
Yeah, so...
is anyone going?
I can't.
No.
I can't.
I didn't even know there was one on.
I booked the championship, the playoff team.
Oh, have you booked that one?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah. Do have a look up for Paul Ryder on Facebook and find his details and have a look if anyone's interested in going to that this coming Friday. You'll find all the information for that, which is hosted by Paul Devlin, obviously, in a Q&A with the one and only Mikel Forsell. So yeah, do look out for that if you're interested in going and get your tickets. I believe there's a few left. So yeah.
I can imagine Devs would be a great host, actually.
Yeah. I've been to one. I think I've been to one with him as the compere, and he was good. Yeah. So yeah. So look out for that. Any other burning subjects we want to discuss for the last sort of 10 minutes?
I just want to go back to the Martin Granger. I'd never met him before, and
No,
I've never met him. I've never spoken to him a few times. I've never met him. Surprised me was how bloody big he is. I always think of Martin Granger as a short, stocky guy. He's quite a unit.
The picture taken.
Yeah, it's quite a unit, really. Yeah.
He's got little feet, hasn't he? No, apparently, yeah. Apparently, he's only 5'5".
I didn't look that.
I didn't look at his feet.
I just said, Robe, I don't know why you're coming out with these comments. There is one thing we haven't discussed. It's come up on the message board a couple of times. That was our annual figures that have been released by the club and the finances. So I think there was a few people passing comments around is it really right that we've lost 33 million? And there's also, without the likes of Nighthead, we wouldn't be surviving because of the losses. Firstly, yes, the figures don't lie. We've made a loss, but there's not actually many teams, especially in the Championship, that aren't making losses. Is the first thing to kind of put out there. But also, there's a lot of that expenditure which really is kind of an infrastructure. And if you look at the amount of changes that have happened within St Andrews as an example, the fan parks, the, bar 111, the boards, all those sorts of things are all included with those funds. But actually, when it comes to FFP, they don't count towards it. So whilst we have made a loss, I think, from a financial fair play, the first thing is we shouldn't worry, because I don't think we're anywhere near it. What was interesting was the sums of money obviously out on players. And let's not forget, these are the Division, 1 figures. So, and some of these are 18 months behind. So let's also not forget the Job payments and the Jude payments are also included in those different things. So we're not really going to see too much of a difference, I believe, until next year's set of figures. But what was great was the revenue. Yet another record the club set. The amount of revenue for the division is just absolutely ridiculous. And it shows that we are growing as a club, because the revenue again this season, they've already been very open to say it's up on last season. So they're doing the right things. The stuff that's happening in the background, yes, it's a large sum of money overall lost, but I think in general, it's still pretty decent.
I think the relegation, obviously, as well, has got to have an impact on the, on that lot.
Were we the first team to get relegated but make 6 million or something?
6 million, yeah. And let's not forget TV revenue. The drop in TV revenue going down into the Division 1 in comparison to what now is in the Championship, and then you look again at what it's like going into the Premiership. It's just mental. But all of these are still to come and still to hit our figures. So, I've got to say, I did see some really daft comments when those figures came out saying we should be sacking the board. I'm like, what planet? What planet are some people on? I think they were probably flying high like Artemis was at one point. And I tell you what, whatever they were smoking or drinking, I'll have some of that as well. But overall, I think a decent set of stats considering where we were and where we've come from. So, well done to everybody in the club for the continued progression.
We're the most profitable club outside of those that have had parachute payments, aren't we, in the Championship, which is staggering.
That's
when
good.
You think about it.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, that is staggering when you think about that we've recently had a relegation as well. So it's hats off to everyone involved.
Robbie Michaels has just said the revenue is the key. They don't need to build the infrastructure again. That was the main reason to get St Andrews better than it has ever been. The expenditure was spent to create revenue. And that's so true. We have speculated to accumulate, perfect example of it there.
We'll just wait till the sports quarter's open as well, and it's fully open. That'll make us over £700 million a year.
Yeah.
So, the thought of that is really watching, talking further into the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, just to say, Fraser Higgins, it was a year ago yesterday we went to Wembley.
Wembley, yeah.
We went. I don't know if the players did.
Yeah.
We're waiting for them, aren't we?
Yeah. Disappointing.
But that also goes to show how big of a club we are. When you look at yesterday's game and a total attendance of just over 50,000, yet we took more than that ourselves last year.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's daft in terms of what happens. And Ray Obrose just said, don't forget, we'll also get the documentary money.
Yeah. Absolutely. 36 quid.
That would have made us a few quid, wouldn't it? Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's have predictions then. So, Hull away on Saturday. I'll start us off. I thought draw 1-1. Craig?
I was actually going to say exactly the same thing. So, great minds think alike there. I'll go with 1-1.
Claire?
I was actually going to go 1-1. I'd take that.
I echo exactly what you're saying. 1-1, I wouldn't be disappointed with, but I think whatever game I'm always in the back of my mind, I want to win. Simple as.
Oh, yeah, we all
I'm
want
going
to
to go 2-1.
Okay. Road?
I think we'll scrape a draw. I'm going to say 2-2, actually. I think there'll be some goals in it. 2-2.
Robin Michaels has gone 2-2. Fraser's gone 2-1. Cheeky 1-0 from Silly.
Cecilia, I'll tell you, it's Cecilia. Cecilia. Our bro's gone 3-2 Blues. Dave Twine 2-1 Blues. Simon Harper 2-1 Blues. Mike Hill saying 1-0 Blues. Bill Mint saying 2-1 Blues. So a lot of positivity out there going into this game.
I'm still haunted at that place, driving all the way there and back to lose 6-1 on the league.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was there too.
That's a horrible place.
And the only person that came over was Check and Doy. I don't want you capping, mate.
A legend.
Yeah. What was I going to say? When did we last actually win at Hull? Do we know? Was it when Gary O'Connor scored?
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
a long time.
Yeah. I think it was the O'Connor one, wasn't it?
I think that was Roger
I
Johnson.
feel like every away game we go, it's been a long time since we've won here.
Yeah. I don't know if we got like a cheeky 1-0 in between then. I don't know, but I'm pretty certain. I'm 80% that the last time we won there was when we beat them in the Premier League. And
Was it FA Cup? I want to say, didn't we win in the FA Cup?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You said that.
Oh, actually, Benitez scored, didn't he?
No. I think it was Djukovic winning.
Was
that
Djukovic?
equaliser?
I'm almost certain we won in the FA Cup.
Did we?
Yeah, we could have.
Tell you what, if I've got that right, then I'll tell you what, I don't know where that one's come from. So Bill Minter said we've got to
Yes,
watch out
we
for
did.
Kumas.
No, that was at home, Craig. We beat
Was it
them in
at
the FA Cup.
Yeah, we beat
I
them.
thought it was good then.
I remember us beating them 3-0 in the snow under Gary Monk as well. That was
That's right.
On there, it's a bit like Blackburn in recent years until this season. You know, we usually beat them at home and lose away, don't we?
I think I won money on that 3-0 because Hotter scored the first goal. I think I had Hotter first goal, and I think he scored the first goal.
Yeah.
Oh no, Craig. Yes, we did beat them in the FA Cup.
On their ground?
Yeah.
2-0.
Jordan James scored in the 94th minute.
I don't remember that.
No, that was 1-1. Sorry, take that back.
Was it 1-1 but won on penalties?
No, it went to a replay.
Miyoshi scored,
sorry,
didn't
at half time we were winning.
There you go, I'll take that. 45 minutes of being in the lead, that counts.
Miyoshi scored, didn't he? The winner.
I don't know, I'm trying to look on here and it's like...
I didn't mean for this to turn into a...
We've won one.
Just thrown out names.
It's freezing cold, and Miyoshi scored the winner in extra time. I think there's only about 5,000 there.
Come on, Tally, you must have been there.
Freezing.
Same random names.
Cecilia is saying it was January 2024 when we last beat them.
Yeah, it's the FA Cup. And Miyoshi scored. I've said it 3 times.
We won in 2022. Dini and Bakuna scored.
Oh, yeah, that was when he scored
That's a good goal. Yeah. That's right.
He scored one penalty and then he put one over the bar, didn't he? Yeah.
I think someone said that. Yeah, Fraser Higgins said it, didn't he?
Yeah.
The last 5, we haven't beaten them.
I'll tell you now, Miyoshi scored.
Who?
Miyoshi scored in an FA Cup tie. I'll tell you that now.
Sorry, we had you on mute.
Rob, I'm sticking with you, mate. I still think we beat them in the FA Cup at their place.
So we have won there since Gary O'Connor scored anyway, thank God.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can do it again on Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that a wrap, Chris?
I think that's a wrap. Yeah.
Okay.
Cecilia has said that it was Stano and Miyoshi.
I'll tell you now, Miyoshi scored.
We need a screenshot.
Who scored, Rob? Who scored? I just want to double check.
Miyoshi scored in the FA Cup against Hull City.
You're saying Yoshi that many times. You're saying Yoshi that many times. You're making me want to go and play Super Mario.
Mario, that's what I was thinking. He's going to be driving around in a little go-kart next. Ian's keeping the joviality going by saying he's going to be 7-4 to Blues on Saturday.
Anyway, we've been the Tilton Talk Show. Good night from me. We're sponsored by AMG Logistics, obviously, as always. It's good night from me. It's good night from Claire Wheeldon.
Good night from me. Safe travels to all that are going on Saturday. and I'll probably see Tally.
Yeah. Thanks, Claire.
Hang on. Sorry, I forgot to talk about your roadshow as well. You got a little roadshow coming at you as a little extra.
We're going to trial it. We'll come back with that next week.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. It's a good night from me. And again, I echo what Claire says there. Safe journey up to Hull. Let's get the result. Let's back the players. And I'll pass you over to Mr. Fixer.
Oh, that's very kind of you. So, yes, safe travels to everybody going up to Hull. Don't forget, if you're interested in going to the ladies' game against Ipswich, please get in touch so that we can sort some tickets out. And also, I forgot to say earlier on, but we are also looking for somebody to start doing some blogs for the ladies for us from next season.
Yes.
Our current writer, Stephen Gill, will be going on to pastures new at the season end. So if you are interested in anything to do with the ladies' game and want to do some blogs or some writing up of the games, please get in touch and we'll look to take that forwards. So come on the Blues at the weekend. I would say I'll hand over to my mate, which means I'm going to Chris next.
Has anybody left off me? All right, yeah, it's a good night from me. Thanks for everybody for listening, and I'll leave you with. Has anybody left?
No.
Robe?
No.
It's a good night from me then. Look after yourselves, everyone who's going up to Hull. Let's get something, bring something back with us. I'd better hand you over to the end titles, I suppose.
Quick.
It's your only friend, Robe.
Yeah. What's your best birthday present, Robe?
Oh, I've got loads of nice stuff. I'm getting to feed a tiger in the summer. I've got a big cat experience. I'll get to feed a tiger.
That's brilliant. That's a great way to get rid of you.
Yeah, you'll get mauled by the tiger.
I'll get mauled by the tigers, yeah.
Can we not say that ahead of the weekend?
Oh, no, do that.
I should have said.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Let's get rid of him now.
No.
Yeah, who scored against Hull anyway? Bro.
Miyoshi, FA Cup.
I thought it was Dano. Just double checking.
Immersing yourself in all things soccer ahead of this summer's World Cup? I'm Alex Abnos, senior sports editor from The Guardian. Whether you're a soccer beginner or you know the game inside and out, we've got you covered. From one of the fastest growing soccer newsrooms, The Guardian brings you in-depth World Cup coverage that gets into the winners and losers on and off the pitch. Read, watch, and listen as our journalists connect the dots between the games, the cultures, and this political moment. We'll have daily newsletters throughout the tournament, a global perspective, and a squad of Americans, including me, on the ground with the U.S. national team. Plus, if you want to test your soccer knowledge, try On the Ball. It's a game in the Guardian app, and it's really, really fun. And if you're into stuff like this...
Well, I think the problem is if you give footballers an inch, they will take a mile.
Is it too much when it's this close?
It's a bit much. It's a bit too real. Maybe you could just talk with a slight delay.
Be sure to listen to our Football Weekly podcast for on-the-move expert analysis. The Guardian, bringing you the whole picture on soccer. Search Guardian Soccer for more.
The longer you stay alive, the longer you can enjoy Boost Mobile's unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. So here are some tips. Do not parallel park on a cliff if you want to enjoy an unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Do not mistake a wasp nest for a piñata if you want to enjoy an unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Do not microwave a hard-boiled egg if you want to enjoy an unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Stay alive and enjoy unlimited wireless for $25 a month forever with Boost Mobile. After 30 gigs, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
We've been the trusted experts since 1960 because nobody knows tires better than we do. And with over 90 tire brands, we have an abundance of options in stock for your vehicle. Buy and drive today at discounttire.com. Let's get you taken care of.